All right, so this is going to be my March Madness bracket prediction. We got about roughly 3.5 hours or so now until the first official games start. So I got to go ahead and get this thing out here. So starting off with UConn and Stetson, I don't think it should be that close of a game. I think Stetson's a good team, but I don't think they're going to be a match for UConn. FAU and Northwestern should be fun. FAU obviously made the Final Four and stuff last year, and I do think they'll probably make it past at least the first round here before they have to go against another Final Four team in UConn in the next round. We got another Final Four team from last year here with San Diego State, so it's interesting that like three of those four teams are right up here in the same region. You got San Diego State versus UAB. Um, I don't think UAB is a bad team. They obviously had to go on a little bit of a run to win the AAC and stuff, but I'm probably going to go San Diego State here. I just think they're overall better team, have more experience there. 4 Auburn versus 13 Yale. I think again I'm just going to go ahead and pick the higher seed here. It's pretty boring so far. Just pick the 4 highest seeds to win here, but I do think this East region is probably going to have the least amount of upsets, and I think Auburn's a pretty good team here and going to beat Yale. I will go actually here with Duquesne over BYU. BYU is mostly like a three-point shooting team. That's how they've been winning games. So if anytime they, don't have a good three-point shooting game, they're probably going to end up losing. And Duquesne's a pretty solid team as well. So I'm going to go Duquesne there. Illinois, Morehead State. I'm going Illinois. I don't think it's too difficult. Terrence Shannon's a dog. Washington State and Drake. I'm actually going to go Drake there. I feel like I just have a good feeling that they're going to be able to win that one there. Iowa State, South Dakota State. Iowa State's winning that one. They dominated Houston in the Big 12 title game. They still lose to South Dakota State. That would be kind of impressive. West, we got UNC and Wagner. I'm just going to go ahead and pick North Carolina again there. Mississippi State, Michigan State. I'm going to go here with Michigan State. I could probably go either way. It's an 8-9, so I don't really have any strong feelings either way. St. Mary's and Grand Canyon. I'm actually going to pick Grand Canyon to upset here. I like Grand Canyon right now. They've been pretty good. I think they're like 29 wins or something like that. They got a lot of wins right now, so then they're definitely one of the better 12 seeds here. So I think we're going to have a little bit of an upset there. Alabama, Charleston. I'm actually going to go pick Charleston there as well. This Alabama team doesn't seem like anything too special here. Charleston, I just got a gut feeling they're going to be able to go pull that game out too, just because it's an interesting 12-13 matchup over there. New Mexico versus Clemson. I'm going to go with New Mexico here as well. So we got a lot of more upsets here in this eastern region. Baylor, Colgate. I'm going to go with Baylor. Dayton and Nevada. I don't think Nevada's that good. I don't even know if they should have really made the tournament. So I'm going to go Dayton there. Nevada probably should have made the tournament, but I just don't think they're that good of a 10 seed. Arizona and Long Beach State. I'm actually going to have a pretty significant upset here with Long Beach State. We've had either a 15 or 16 seed win and go to the Sweet 16. I think each of the last 3 years we've had a 15 seed in the Sweet 16. So I'm going to probably pick Long Beach State to go be my 15 upset here. I'll go into the other side here, the South region with Houston. I'm going to go Houston over Longwood. Nebraska and Texas A&M. I think they're both pretty good. I think Nebraska's going to win that one. Kasai Tawanaga, he's supposed to be a dog, so we'll see how that works. Wisconsin, JMU. JMU is really good, but Wisconsin won the Big 12 or the Big 10, so I think they'll probably end up being able to beat JMU. Duke and Vermont. I'm actually going to go with Vermont here. Duke has a lot of star power and stuff, but I'm just feeling something about that Vermont team. Texas Tech, NC State. I'm going to go with NC State here. They went on a run to win the ACC, so I think they'll probably keep that going here. Kentucky and Oakland. I'm going to go with Kentucky here. Kentucky's pretty good. They got a lot of star power there. Florida and Colorado. I don't even know why I feel so strongly about Colorado. I mean, they do got a lot of good players, obviously. KJ Simpson, Tristan Da Silva, Cody Williams, all three projected to be first-round picks in the next year's draft. So I'm going to go with Colorado over. What the heck, bro? I'm going to go with Colorado over Florida. Marquette, Western Kentucky. Marquette's too good to lose to Western Kentucky, right? You would think. Purdue, Grambling State. I don't think they lose to a 16 seed 2 years in a row. That'd be pretty funny if it did happen, though. Utah State, TCU. I'm going to go TCU. They got Javier Nelson Jr., I guess, but yeah, he's pretty good. Gonzaga and McNeese, I think this should be a fun game. I'm going to go with McNeese here, actually. They're like 30 wins or something. One of like full teams, I think, or something with 30 wins. They got a lot of wins, dude. They're pretty good. KU and Sanford. KU's obviously without Kevin McCullough. I'm still going to pick them to beat Sanford, but it definitely is a team that they could probably lose to because they struggle against teams that shoot three ball really well, and Sanford shoots three ball really well. And they're going to have to, rely on some other dudes to step up for them because obviously Kevin McCullough is a leading scorer and stuff, and missing him is going to hurt a lot. South Carolina and Oregon. Oregon went on a huge run to win the Pac-12 to sneak in here, and I think they're going to be able to beat South Carolina, who I don't think is really that good. We got Creighton and Akron. I think Creighton's going to win that one. Creighton's a really good team, I think, so I feel like they would at least get out of the first round there. Texas and Colorado State. Colorado State dominated Virginia in that play-in game. I don't think Virginia should have been in there at all, but either way, Colorado won that game by like 25 points. I think they'll probably be able to beat Texas. Texas obviously has like Max Abmas and stuff, but I don't really believe in Texas too much. I think Colorado State can get an upset win. Tennessee and St. Peter's. So St. Peter's last time was a 15 seed, beat Kentucky and went to the Sweet 16, I believe. But I'm gonna pick Tennessee here. Tennessee is really good. Dalton Knecht is one of the best players in college basketball. Probably the best white guy in college basketball right now. Back here with UConn and FAU. I'm going to pick UConn. They're still really, really good. It should be a very fun matchup. I'm going to pick UConn. They're too good to not at least make the Sweet 16. San Diego State and Auburn. I think this is a really good game. Both teams are really, really good. I think I'm going to go with San Diego State here to get us a national championship rematch here in the Sweet 16 between UConn and San Diego State. Duquesne and Illinois. I really do like Duquesne. I think Illinois is just too good with Terrence Shannon and Marcus Donas. They're some really, really good freaking scorers. I think Illinois is going to win that game there. Drake and Iowa State. Iowa State is an amazing basketball team. I think Drake's pretty good, but I think Iowa State's going to be able to win that one. So here I just got a 1, 2, 3, and 5 for the West or for the East in my Sweet 16. So pretty boring regional there. But in the West here, we got North Carolina versus Michigan State. I'm going to go with North Carolina there. Michigan State's good, but I don't think they're that good to beat North Carolina. RJ Davis, Armando Bay got some pretty good players there. Grand Canyon versus Charleston. I'm going to go with Grand Canyon here. It's 12-13 matchup. Should be fun, but I'm going to go with Grand Canyon to win that one and make the Sweet 16. It's a pretty solid run for them. New Mexico versus Baylor. I think New Mexico is really good, honestly. I think I'm going to go with New Mexico. I think they're going to be one of the surprise 11 seeds that makes a huge run here this season. Dayton versus Long Beach State. So I know I was talking about them, but I thought, there's been a 15 seed to go to the Sweet 16, I think 3 years in a row now, but I'm going to go with Dayton to win this one. I think Long Beach State could put up a good fight, but I'm just going to go with Dayton there. Next up over here in the South round. So let's actually go look back here. What do we got? We got a 1, a 12, a 7, and 11. So yeah, definitely a lot more interesting regional here than the Eastern one. Sweet 16. Let's see who goes to the Sweet 16 in my South region. Nebraska and Houston. I'm probably going to go with, Houston there. Wisconsin and Vermont. I'm going to go with Wisconsin. I just think those are the obvious favorites in that. So obviously you could have some upsets here, but I'm going to go with Houston and Wisconsin. NC State versus Kentucky should be a very fun game. I'm actually going to go with NC State here. They made a huge run to win the ACC. They beat North Carolina, I believe, and they beat Duke, I believe. So why can't they not beat Kentucky as well? Colorado and Marquette, both teams got a lot of star power on their team. Marquette is really deep. Colorado has a three-headed monster up top. I believe Tyler Kolek is kind of injured from Marquette. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be playing this tournament. I think he will be. I think they've been pointing to that he will be able to play, but even still, I think I'm going to take Colorado. They're just so talented. And got 3 first-round prospects on this team, so obviously got a lot of talent here. So my regional here, we got a 1, a 5, a 10, and an 11 seed there. So 2 double-digit seeds in my, the South region in the Sweet 16. It's the Midwest region, Purdue and TCU. I'm gonna go with Purdue. Making it a little bit farther than they did last year. Obviously, making the Sweet 16 at least, rather than losing in the first round. TCU is good, but I think Purdue's better. Obviously, McNeese and Kansas. I'm still going to go Kansas here. Obviously, Kansas has some problems missing Kevin McCullough, but playing a 13 seed and then a 12 seed here gives them a pretty easy run to the Sweet 16. It's not going to be that easy considering they're without their best player, but I think they could be able to get that done and get to the Sweet 16 here. Oregon versus Creighton. Creighton's a better team on paper, obviously. Ryan Kalkbrenner, Baylor Shireman, I think. And then I'm blanking on the other guy, but they got a really good team. But I'm still probably going to take an upset here for Oregon. They got N'Faly Dante, who was amazing in the Pac-12 tournament. I'm going to go with Oregon to win that game, make the Sweet 16 over here. We got Colorado State and Tennessee. Colorado State's doing good. Obviously, winning that playing game. We got to win over Texas here, but I am going to have the season fall short in the second round to Tennessee. Still not a bad run for somebody who had to have a playing game to at least make the second round. And it should be a close game, but I think, Tennessee is really, really good. And Dalton Knecht is, like I said, probably the best white player, the best white guy in college basketball. So the regional here, we got what is that? 1, 2, 4, and 11. So you got one double-digit seed there. So on my Sweet 16, I think we got a total of 4 double-digit seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 double-digit seeds making the Sweet 16. So that should be fun. In the East region, we got UConn and San Diego State. So obviously a national championship rematch. I'm still going to go with UConn here. They're just, they're really freaking good, obviously. They're like most people's favorites to win the whole thing. Illinois and Iowa State should be a dog fight. Iowa State's one of the best defensive teams in the country. Illinois, one of the best offensive teams in the country, at least with Terrence Shannon and Marcus Domask, 2 of the best offensive scorers in the nation. So I'm going to go with Illinois to win that one. That should be a very fun game, but I think Terrence Shannon will be the difference maker there. I don't think Iowa State has the star power on offense to match those guys. North Carolina and Grand Canyon. So Grand Canyon's been making a pretty good run here, but I am probably going to go with North Carolina here to make the Elite Eight. I feel like that's the obvious choice there. And I don't think we're going to have, a 12 seed of Grand Canyon make it all the way to the Elite Eight. Next up is going to be New Mexico and Dayton. So this should be a fun game. Both teams are really good. I feel like I am thinking I'm going to go lane New Mexico here. They're doing really good, obviously, went on a run to win their conference. I think they're going to keep going and beat Dayton here to make the Elite Eight versus the North Carolina. So over here, we got a 1 and a 3, and down here we got a 1 and an 11. So 2 1 seeds so far, making the Elite Eight. We got Nebraska versus Wisconsin over here, or versus Houston, sorry. Houston and Wisconsin, there we go. Those teams are really good. Houston, obviously, has like 30 wins. They've been the number 1 team ranked almost all season long. Wisconsin won a huge run to win the Big Ten. Should be a very fun game, but I think I am going to go with Houston here to end Wisconsin's season in the Sweet 16, giving us yet another Elite Eight team, or another 1 seed in the Elite Eight. So it's kind of boring there, but it is what it is. NC State versus Colorado should be fun. Those teams, I think, are really good. Colorado definitely has more star power, and because of that, I think I'm going to pick Colorado here. Colorado is one of the best offensive teams in the nation. I believe they were 9th. They were like 9th and 4th in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. Not completely sure which one's which. I don't remember that, but they're like 9th in field goal percentage and 4th in three-pointers percentage, or vice versa, one of those. So really, really good offensively. Next up is Purdue and Kansas. Kansas has no shot against Purdue if Kevin McCullough is not playing. He said he was going to be out for the entire tournament. So I would assume even if they were to last until all the way until the next week, and that he would still be out. I think I would assume there was like a small chance that maybe if we make it all the way here, maybe he's feeling better in a week and could be able to come back and play, but I doubt it because he already ruled himself out for the entire tournament, not just for the first weekend. So he's probably not going to be playing there. So I'm going to go with Purdue there. Oregon and Tennessee should be a fun game. But I think I am going to go with Tennessee. So it's fairly boring in this region here, getting the 1 and 2. We got 4 1 seeds in the Elite Eight, but we do got a 10 and an 11 seed making the Elite Eight. So we got a couple of underdogs that we're going to be rooting for here, which is good rather than just having our 4 1 seeds go and make the Final Four. But here with UConn and Illinois, I think they're both really good. I don't really know when the last time we've had somebody repeat as champions. Was it Villanova or North Carolina or something in the mid 2010s, maybe? I'm thinking it's one of those, but not really. I don't really remember the last time somebody's repeated. And UConn, I don't really think we're going to get another repeat champion this year. So I think UConn's going to actually lose here to Illinois in the Elite Eight. Then we got North Carolina versus New Mexico. Should be fun. I think North Carolina is probably the weakest #1 overall seed. They just have the easiest. They just have the easiest region here, but I do think they'll fall short in the Elite Eight actually to New Mexico. So the underdog here that everyone's going to be rooting for probably is going to end up making the Final Four. So far we have a 3 and an 11 seed. We have 4 1 seeds in the Elite Eight. So far on our left side of our bracket, we have 0 1 seeds in the Final Four. So that should be fun. Houston and Colorado should be fun. Houston's really good. Obviously, they're really deep. Had Jamal Shead was on the All-American first team, so obviously he's really good. They got a lot of depth. But I think Colorado still has more star power at the top of it. Tristan Da Silva, Katie Simpson, and Cody Williams, I feel like are all really, really good. And Houston has like Jamal Shead, LJ Cryer, and Emmanuel Sharp. So they obviously both have some really good 300 monsters, honestly. But I think I'm going to go with the upset here from Colorado to go all the way to the Final Four from a playing seed. So they're going to be the first time since UCLA in 2021 to be able to go from playing game to the Final Four. So that should be really fun here. We got 2 double-digit seeds in the Final Four. We got the 1 versus 2 here in Purdue and Tennessee. I think this should be a really good matchup. I do think, obviously, Purdue has Zach Edey as their best player. Tennessee has Dalton Knecht as their best player. Zach Edey is probably their overall better player. He's probably going to win Naismith Player of the Year again. But I think I'm going to actually go with Tennessee here to upset Purdue in the Elite Eight. So actually having 4 1 seeds in the Elite Eight ending up with 0 1 seeds in the Final Four. So that should be really fun. And now here we're going to have a lot of people rooting for New Mexico and Colorado because, they want to see a double-digit seed in the national championship game, obviously. But I don't think we're going to get either one of those guys. I think we're actually going to go with Illinois and Tennessee here. I just feel like having a double-digit seed go all the way to the championship game is kind of a little bit too crazy. And I think the star power on offense from Illinois with Terrence Shannon and the star power from Dalton Knecht is going to be enough to will those guys all the way to the championship game. So in this last game, it's going to be a dog fight between Illinois and Tennessee. We're going to have Terrence Shannon and Marcus Domask versus Dalton Knecht and I don't even know who else is on their team. I just know Dalton. Zakai Ziegler. Yeah, that guy. He's really good. I think it should be a very, very fun game. I do think I'm going to probably go with, I guess I'll go with Tennessee here. I don't know. It's going to be a really, really fun game. I feel like, obviously, my picks are probably going to be trash, but I'm going to go with, 77 to 73 Tennessee over Illinois. And that's going to be our bracket. That's going to be our video. We got Tennessee as the national champions. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your predictions are. And yeah, thank you for watching.